Yo, what's happening, everybody? It's 454 Friday and time for Tommy Talk. You know, the other night I was brushing my teeth, and you know how you see on the videos how you can get the best or the most out of your products. And so you roll up your toothpaste and you put a paper clip, one of those big clips on there. And so I do that. I put the little clip, and then when it gets lower, I just roll it up some more and put the clip, roll it up some more and put the clip. See, and then when it gets to the end, even then, I find myself still trying to get more out of the toothpaste to brush my teeth. And you know, isn't that true how we do that? Try to get the best or the most out of something. And the same thing with deodorant. And I know y'all do it. Don't lie to me. I know y'all do it somehow, some way with different products. But even when you're putting in your deodorant, we use the deodorant. My grandpa did that. I know others have done that. They use the deodorant until the deodorant is almost gone, and you're rubbing the plastic in your underarms or your sobacos, and you're trying to get the most out of your deodorant. And so it got me thinking about too, you know, how that, see, Maxwell House coffee, good to the last drop. And so I was thinking about all those things, and I'm thinking about how, you know, maybe sometimes we don't want to do that in our life. Do whatever it takes to get the most and the best out of our lives, the best we can. So I got a few things here. Some of this I'm going to read verbatim because, you know, it says it really well. Some few ideas on how to get the best and the most out of your life. Number one, think less, do more. The more you agonize over a decision, the more you paralyze the outcome. So basically what you need to do, gather your information that you need that's relevant to whatever you're trying to achieve, and go to work. Many times people spend too much time thinking it over, pondering over it, and doing the what ifs. So make sure that you do that. You know, get the information. There's nothing wrong with doing your homework. Get the information, and then go to work. Number two, don't be afraid to take some risks. And don't regret nothing. Neglecting to do things carries a temporary comfort, but failing to act on your impulse could result in permanent regret. We talked in the past about a little bit about regret. And that was when we was talking about how the butt gets in the way. I shoulda, but, I woulda, but, I coulda, but. And so what happens, we end up not getting nothing done, or not achieving our goals, or getting what we wanted out of something that we were going after. Number three, slow down. Take time to steep or bask in your achievements or your goals. And you think about people when they, you know, you make a cup of tea, and they always recommend for you to steep the tea for 2 to 3 minutes before you actually drink it. And so that's just to get the best out of it, the best quality out of the taste, get all the juices out of the tea bag, I guess. And you know how you baste the turkey, or you baste the ham that's been baking, and you take a little bit of time to bake these products, but you always take time to baste them as the time goes on to get the flavors and the juices in them. And so that's kind of what we want to do. Sometimes people take time to bask in the sun to get a nice golden tan. And so that's the one thing you want to do, is take time to bask and enjoy your accomplishments. And don't just take pleasures in what you're doing real quick, but take pleasures in living. Because let me tell you something, you're always going to have problems come up. You're going to have anxieties of life. There's always going to be something wrong that's going to come right around the corner. So while you're in a good mode, or you're achieving some of your goals, bask in them a little bit. Take time to wallow in them, to steep in them. Okay? That's a good one. Number four, don't put the good life on hold. You know, people tend to always think that they got to work hard, and usually at a job they don't like, make a lot of money, put it away, so that later when they retire, they can buy their motorhomes or take their long vacations or whatever the case may be. And so they forego or they sacrifice some of the times they could have had with their friends, their families, or their children. So don't wait till it's at the end of your career or anything like that. Make the most or do the most now. Make small incremental investments in your future. Even if you have to use a little bit of money each time, because my goodness, how many times do we see or hear of somebody who has retired and before you know it, they had passed away? Or you could be like my dad. My dad worked 83 years at his first job and another 17 years at his second job. And so that's something to keep in mind too. To work and play as you go along the way. Okay? Another thing you want to do, number 5, is be creative and use your imagination. Albert Einstein said, imagination is more important than knowledge. And one of the quotes that I got from this information said, the greatest minds are not filled with facts. They're filled with imagination and creativity. Don't be shy about your battle cry when you can think of something to improve something, improve the way you do something, improve your relationships, do whatever the case may be. And a good example too is like my dad too. He was a very progressive person. He was an innovator. Instead of carrying the tools at his second job, because he was long corridors at the retirement home where he was working, he was a maintenance man. He fabricated a really cool cart, complete with electricity and everything, so that he can have all his tools wherever he needed to go as he went to help his tenants. My grandfather, Papa Bill, was an innovator too. He had an imagination. He's always twiddling at home, and he'd make little things here to make things easier in life. He actually invented a tool for the Union Pacific Railroad, because when they maintenance away, they used to walk track, and then they would carry like 3 tools. And he had the welders get together, and he invented a tool that was basically one tool that did 3 functions. So they only had to carry 1 tool instead of the 3. So don't be afraid to use your imagination, be creative. Sometimes I can do some of the most exciting things with your creativity. Shoot, even myself, I have 2 things at the gym in the fitness world that I'd really like to get a patent on. They're 2 exercise apparatuses, whatever you want to call them, that I invented that it's not out there on the market right now, but maybe someday I'll get off my butt and I try to get over there and get a patent on them. All right. Number 6, always remember you're not alone. Michael Jordan said, talent wins games, but teamwork wins championships. You're not alone. It takes a team effort. And always remember that there's no I in the spelling of the word team. Team is T-E-A-M. There's no I in there. So use others to promote yourself, or to promote your product, or promote your business. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to recruit. Don't be afraid to delegate. Matter of fact, and if you're doing well, don't be afraid to go help others, especially those that are under you that are helping to build your business. Do whatever you can to get the most done, and you don't have to do it on your own. Recruit others, especially if they have experience. Or their experience, or they've been successful in what they've been doing. Very simple. Another thing you can do is things most challenging are usually the most rewarding. And that, I even tell the people in fitness too, they don't want to do it, they can't do it, it's too hard to do it, but they understand that they have to do it because there's benefits from what I'm having to do, whatever exercise that I'm having them doing. And a good example of this too is probably raising children. Raising a child, especially in this day and time, is probably one of the most hardest things a human can do. But yet at the same time, it's probably one of the most rewarding things a human can do. even with raising my children, I'm gonna tell you, it was a little tough. And I'm sure I was tough on my grandparents and parents too. But you know what? I am so stinking proud of my kids and what they become and what they're still yet to become. So always remember, the most challenging things in life can also be the most rewarding. And the last thing you want to do, march to the beat of your own drum. Whatever worked for somebody else may have not worked for you. So this is where, again, you want to be an innovator. If you got something, you got an idea of something that you want to do or something to achieve, my goodness, if there's no road down that path, clear it out and make a new road. Don't be shy about your battle cry. Don't let others disrupt your music either. It may be family members. It may be friends. It may be other businesses that are competing against you. Do not let anything else disrupt that beautiful tone that you set. March to the beat of your own drum. So, in conclusion, these are just a few of these stepping stones that's going to help you down the road to life, to get the best out of your life. So do what you can, no matter how hard it is, to make your life good to the last drop. Shoot for the stars, but aim for the moon. Thank you for being with me on Tommy Talk. I'll see you next week. And again, if you enjoy this, share it with others. And thank you for the comments and the messages that I get from some of you, because I know a lot of you really enjoy this. I enjoy doing this for you. And I hope you really do benefit, because what I do tell you or share with you, some of these things really do work in an imperfect world. These are little bitty things that are going to help you to get a good quality of your life with what we have. So try to use it the best you can. Share it to the most that you can. All right? I'll see you next week. 454, baby.